Hey guys, it's your boy M.I.I.S back in another video. Hope you're well wherever you are. And yeah, this is obviously another video about my plans for May and hopefully how I hope to get a productive month. So anyway, I hope you enjoy it. And as ever, I welcome your comments and any suggestions you have. And I appreciate all your support. And here goes. So as I said, this is continuing on part one. So I covered ideas number 1 to 10 or plans number 1 to 10. So this is going to be number 11 to 20. So here goes. So number 11, I would love to think about things that I would love to discuss with people from, if I could communicate with people from across Asia, maybe have like Zoom or Skype chats or things like that. If I could, I would like travel to parts of Asia, and I'd love to do stuff like Asian Boss, shout out to Asian Boss and channels like that. I can't think of any others on top of my head, but off the top of my head, but there's one from Japan, like which I can't remember the name of, but yeah, where your man Juta or something like that, Juta from Japan or something like that, I can't quite remember what it's called, but where he goes to ask people questions in the street, like Japanese people, about different opinions or things like that. And well, he's Japanese himself, but he asks the fellow Japanese people about their opinions about things like diversity or mixed race people or whatever else. Asian Boss, which is pretty cool, which goes to parts of Asia generally and asks the Asian community or Asian people from different nations what their thoughts are on things. So I'd love to do that in the future if I could. But yeah, I hope to support projects like Asian inventors, scientists, and maybe even Asians in STEM, although normally for technology, I generally like to support people from Africa or Indigenous Africans and Australasians. But yeah, I'd love to talk about like how Asians could have more freedoms and human rights, libertarianism. I'd love to promote libertarianism across Asia and start from May and continue to work on that each as often as possible, especially in May and June, and also next year in April as well, and part of August as well. So I sort of have different plans for different months where I transport different groups. But yeah, so I'll say I'd love to support like how Asian nations also having peace and cooperation between each other. And I'd love to do I hope to do videos as soon as possible, which I was hoping to do like about I was hoping to get around to doing, but I didn't quite get around to in April, but hopefully I will in May. All being well, if not failing that in June, but I'm sure I'll get around to it in May at some point. But yeah, so talking about obviously the quicker I do it, I suppose the better I can promote that idea, and hopefully it'll work much better if I do it quicker, spreading those ideas more quickly. Before there's too much division or things like that. So hopefully I can end any division across Asia and help Asia to be as united as possible, and so they love and trust each other and talk about positive things about each other's countries and changing the perception of each other. And Central Asia itself, I would love to be, is the point I was going to make, I would love to be like a connecting point between all of Asia so that they can work together. And Egypt, I would love to be a connecting point or bridge between Africa and Asia, which I've talked about before. I'm sure I did the videos about Egypt being a place which would bring Asia and Africa together, but Central Asia would hopefully have a pivotal role in, like, I'd love for Central Asia to have like the Asian Union or Asian Alliance networks and cooperatives and different groups like whatever name you want to call it, but a group basically could be called the Asian Union or Asian Alliance or whatever if there isn't already one. But the buildings could be in Central Asia, and it could bring banks and different businesses and organizations and politicians across Asia together to come and help Asia to where they host meetings, hopefully in the future, where it's safe to travel, hopefully, where they can build bridges between different Asian nations so they can work together and like work on things like counterterrorism. They can work on scientific inventions to cure illnesses and things like that. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a great sort of thing for all of Asia. And number 12, on that note, again, like things like encouraging people to mentor and teach and train each other what they know and pass on skills and knowledge to each other and help each other to like do things like counter terror and make peace, as I say, across Asia, which hopefully will lead to prosperity. As the saying goes, everyone needs good neighbours, as the old Australian soap Neighbours used to say, or probably still does say, but I don't really watch many soaps. But so yeah, I'd love to tackle poverty across Asia and help encourage Asians to teach each other and talk about hopefully not in an arrogant or boastful way, but talk about what makes them proud to be Asian. Like hashtag proud to be Asian could be something that goes around, where people from the diaspora, but also from Asia itself, talk about how they can work together and be proud of each other and help each other and support each other. I think there's strength and unity, as I would say, hashtag stronger together. And also, I would love to encourage Asia to support Italian football and Celtic, which I hope to come to again. Number 13, part of me is a bit skeptical about whether Asia could love each other and trust each other and work together and unite together. So I do have my fears about it and the negative things about Asia, like all the things like some of the things like how you have to respect your elders. That's not something I'm a big fan of, because I think we should respect each other equally a bit more. But anyway, so yeah, some of the negative things, I part of me can't really see it happening, but I hope to promote the idea and see if somehow I can make it work. I may dream, hey. Number 14, on that note, as I say, I hope to solve those problems, like the things like climate illnesses, diseases, natural disasters, how even if those things can't be prevented, at least they could work to lessen the impact, if not prevent them, which would be even better. Number 15, again, hopefully they could counter terrorism and work together on shared goals. I hope to promote I hope to discuss what I hope to promote or encourage, basically promote what I hope to encourage. Trying to think of the way to say it, but yeah, my own personal goals, obviously, like say, for Asia to unite, to work together on cooperation to tackle illnesses, diseases, natural disasters, terrorism, and all sorts of problems that plague them, and tackle poverty, and also support Italian football and Celtic as well. I hope to promote those things across Asia, again, as I hope to come to, and work on my general goals, which, excuse me, for me would mostly be about supporting Asia, hopefully all being well. And also discuss my goals with other people as well. Yeah, that sort of thing. Number 16, I hope to discuss with other people and listen to other people's ideas and encourage people to discuss what they think would be the best ways to help Asia. Again, to me, uniting together, I think we're stronger together, as I say, hashtag stronger together and stuff like that. So I think Asia uniting together would help to make peace and prosperity somehow. And I think it'd be pretty cool if they did unite together. Number 17, hopefully it'll be better than I imagine. As I say, I do have my doubts that Asia could unite, but I hope that somehow they will unite. And I certainly would rather promote the idea than promote the opposite, which is division, obviously, but I'd rather us unite, or them unite. I know I'm only half Asian, but yeah, especially like looking at what they have in common, like the fact they were colonized, the fact there's a lot of anti-Asian hate around in different parts of the world and things like that. Number 18, I hope, again, for Asian nations to talk about positive things about each other, what they love about each other, like Chinese talk about what they love about India and vice versa. Japanese talk about what they love about China, if anything. But hopefully they'll find something and they'll look at what they have in common again, their historical links, like what they have in common in terms of languages or different things like that, different cultures like respect or things like that they have, different codes that they have. Number 19, I hope for Asian nations to help African nations in terms of technology and again improve relations through looking at how they were colonized. Unfortunately, I know they don't always get on well, and they don't always trust and love each other, but I think it would be pretty cool if they could. I know there's a lot of skepticism about China and all that kind of thing, and I think it'd be good if China could show that they are going to help, if they do actually help Africa, and they show that they are going to help Africa in like areas like STEM, science, tech, engineering, and maths, especially tech, but even science, working together to cure illnesses between African and Asian nations. Again, Egypt could facilitate stuff like that, but China could, especially like, for instance, share information from their scientists. Also India, Japan, and places like that, and through like things like the TICAD, which I forgot what it stands for, but TICAD, something to do with Tokyo, but it's about Japan in Africa. So I think it'd be pretty cool if they helped with like teaching Africans to make games, like the founder of Nintendo and Sega and different companies like that, and Sony and different companies like that make games or technology generally could teach Africans in return for trade deals and things like that. So they support and empower each other. And as I say, China to teach what they know about technology, and India, which has the Indian Institute for Technology, IIT, they could perhaps have the AIT, African Institute of Tech, where they help Africans to learn about tech, so they could help to create something like that. And so Africa could have its own version of the IIT, which again could be AIT, which is the African Institute of Tech, but instead it would be for the whole of Africa. And again, like South Korea, which is also good at technology, I think they could teach what they know, and the rest of Asia as well, whichever Asian nations. I think they're the main ones, like China, India, Japan, and Korea. I think it'd be pretty cool if they could teach, what they know about tech to parts of Africa. or as many parts of Africa as possible. And in turn, obviously, the people from Africa could help each other as well and pass on that knowledge and be united with each other as well. And number 20, again, I hope they'll do that sort of stuff in tech generally. And I hope to be as honest as possible yeah, just try and be as positive as possible and try and make the world a better place. And again, as I said in part one, I think it'd be great if May somehow was like a month where it's like a whole truce, a truce for a whole month, where the world, all the different nations of the world, didn't go to war with each other. So I know I'm a bit of an idealist, but anyway, I'm going to stop waffling. And as ever, I would love to hear what you think. And I'm out. Peace and love.